I am Frausto Hernández. I am a student of the Master's degree in Applied Linguistics and English Language Teaching at the University of Guanajuato. I will be presenting a discussion of an analysis of a website and an online application. I will touch upon aspects such as a pedagogical rationale of why I chose the aimed website and online application, an overall description of the website and the applications. Uh, I will also touch upon an evaluation criteria I designed, and I will also attempt to bring about strengths and weaknesses of the website and the online applications, and I will end with possible recommendations for users to implement the website and or the online applications in their language teaching purposes. I am currently working at a preparatory school which is incorporated to the University of Guanajuato. This school follows the study program or the Programa de Estudios assigned for the Colegios de Nivel Medio Superior of the University of Guanajuato. The currently enrolled semesters are first and third, and I would like to focus particularly on the Lengua Extranjera 3 class syllabus. The syllabus for this course elaborates on various competencies and attributes. It is a notional functional syllabus which also incorporates competencies. And one of the main competencies is for the learner to be able to listen to, interpret, and send messages in different contexts using various means of communication as well as various tools. So some attributes that the learner shall develop are to be able to identify the main ideas of a text or oral discourse, be able to infer conclusions, and be able to communicate in a second language in daily situations. Units 2 and 3 within this syllabus focus on activities related to the past tense. These units also promote cultural differences and sharing different cultural traits that the learners may bring into the language learning environment. The selected website may cover the mentioned competencies and attributes as the activities that are embedded within the lessons aim for the learner to grasp an overall meaning or comprehension of the text, be able to infer the meaning of certain vocabulary, apply world knowledge, and also be able to infer conclusions. The website that I chose to analyze is WeSpeak.com. WeSpeak is a website which aims for the user to learn and or practice languages. The website offers access to users from all over the world and allows the user to filter down potential users that he or she may contact with according to certain characteristics such as the first language, the target language, the location, and other aspects. The website also offers a chat section with text, audio, and video calls for online synchronous communication, and text and audio recording for asynchronous communication. It also offers guided lessons for each user according to different levels of difficulty. And the website also offers an online notebook for the user to take down any notes that he or she may wish to do so. And it is also important to mention that the website also has a free chat and a free lessons application which are available for the App Store and for Google Play as well. Considering the evaluation questionnaire, the first criteria is the implementation and user information. So initially, the role of the teacher is as a guide. The teacher should guide the students and the users of either the website or the applications in how to function throughout either the website or the applications. Also, the linguistic difficulty varies at the lessons section of the website and the application. And also, the linguistic difficulty may vary within the chat aspect on the website and on the application. I think this varies depending on each of the users. Um, Also, there is no way to precisely know for each of the learners as if they are developmentally ready or not for a specific activity or for a specific task within the lesson section or application. So I believe there's no way for the learners to become aware if they are developmentally ready for a specific task. Um, Also, concerning the virtual relationships, the virtual relationships are only made through the chat option and the chat application. The lesson section does not provide any opportunity for virtual relationships to be formed amongst the teacher and the learner, or amongst the learner with the website. And considering the appropriateness of the website and or the applications, I think there is a high degree of language learning potential. The learner fit varies within the chat and the lessons section, and yes, there is meaning focus embedded within the website and the applications, particularly the lessons application, and even more within the chat application. Also, the authenticity of the language being used is relatively high within the lesson section, and also within the chat section, as the learners can make use of more authentic language within both the website and the applications. The practicality, it is quite simple for the user to navigate through either the website or the applications, and the resources that are provided are adequate to suit different learning needs and purposes. Moving on with the evaluation questionnaire, the second criteria refers to the interface design. Initially, concerning the layout and the graphics, the information architecture, and the user interface within the website and the application, I believe that the elements on both the website and the applications are arranged by sections, and each section serves a use or serves a purpose. The elements seem to be arranged for easy access, and it is relatively easy to navigate through the different sections and also be able to navigate through the content provided in both the website and the applications. Concerning the screen semiotics of the website and the applications, visual signposts help break down learning material into manageable chunks, and there are access structures in the chat and in the lesson section concerning headings, summaries, and page numbers. Concerning how the website and the application cope with the presentation of large quantities of text, I believe that the text is relatively manageable and it is very minimal. Of course, the lessons vary in the size of the text, but within the chat section, the text is provided within bubbles, which also helps for manageable purposes. And according to the functioning of the website and the applications, both the website and the applications function relatively well. The sections and each of the options function well and run well. And it is also important to mention that feedback is provided within the lesson section. And concerning synchronous or asynchronous communication, I believe that synchronous communication is present within the chat section, and asynchronous is also present in the chat section when video calls are not being used and when there is an opportunity to respond to a text or a message afterwards, not in real time. And also asynchronous communication is present in the lesson section, in which the lessons have been previously updated and uploaded to the website or the application, and the user receives feedback of the overall score afterwards completing each of the lessons. And concerning the authentic language that may be provided within the website or the application, I believe that many texts from the lessons rely on authentic language. There is a range in the genre of the texts, and they also promote different concepts and different overall themes in each of the texts. However, the degree of authenticity is questioned as the text is used now for pedagogical purposes. And I believe that the chat section promotes also the use of authentic language, as basically any topic may arise within the conversation. So I think the degree of authenticity varies from lesson to lesson and from chat to chat as well. Moving on with the evaluation questionnaire, the third criteria concerns the second language learning tasks. So initially, concerning the types of tasks that are used for language learning purposes, I believe that the website and the applications promote the use of closes, listening tasks, and oral production tasks in which language is elicited. Concerning the reading strategies, I believe that the website and the application promote cognitive, metacognitive, and support strategies, as comprehension problems may arise within the lesson section. Metacognitive strategies may also help the learners plan ahead and monitor the answering techniques that they are relying on. And support strategies may come into play as the users may require the use of additional tools such as a thesaurus, a dictionary, or another online page, which may help arrive to an answer for a given lesson. And collaborative tasks may be implemented in the sense of being able to carry out the lessons in groups, and also being able to have group chats within the chat section or the chat application. Concerning the types of communication strategies, I believe that the users rely upon interactional strategies, focus on form strategies and paralinguistic strategies within the chat, and I believe that they rely more upon compensatory strategies for the lessons section, and reduction and social cultural strategies in both the chat and the lesson section to achieve the various purposes for the chat section and the lesson section, and or the chat application and the lessons application. And finally, concerning the modified interaction that the learning tasks may promote, I believe that the lessons section may arise questions, and the chat section may require modified interaction according to the level of the language of the speaker and who the person has contact with on the other side of the screen. And also, communication breakdowns may appear within the chat section and the chat application, and cultural barriers may also become present as cultural differences may also arise within the chat section of the website and the chat application as well. Okay, and lastly, within the evaluation questionnaire, the fourth criteria concerns the second language acquisition and pedagogical foundations. So initially, the second language foundations of the website or the applications, I believe that the lessons focus on comprehensible input as the lessons focus on understanding of meaning. And the chat on the other side focuses on both the comprehensible input and comprehensible output, as it helps understand input and also it gives the opportunity to provide output for conversations to be carried out. Concerning the content that the website and the applications focus more on, I believe that the lessons section and the lessons application focus on both form and meaning, as certain linguistic elements are being touched upon, and there's also the opportunity to touch upon overall meaning. And I believe that the chat section and the chat application focus more on meaning. And concerning the levels that the website and the application provide support to, I believe that both the macro level and the micro level are being supported. The macro level is being supported because there is an overall comprehension of the language. And the micro level is also being supported because both the website and the application focus on specific vocabulary and specific linguistic items. And concerning how the website and the application cope with complexity, accuracy, and fluency, I believe that the chat platform promotes more fluency as there is constant interaction between the users. And I believe that the lessons section and the lessons application promote more accuracy as there is certain linguistic elements being touched upon, and because the users are being graded on certain linguistic elements. And lastly, concerning how the selected website may align with the social constructivist approach, I believe that it is difficult to know to which extent the website or the application align with the social constructivist approach, because the interactions between the users may vary significantly from user to user, and also the networks that are being formed within the website and the application, they vary considerably. So I believe that it is difficult to know to what extent the website and the applications align with the social constructivist approach. With regards to strengths and weaknesses of the We Speak website and the We Speak applications, the strengths that I view in the website and in the applications are that they both promote opportunities for exposure to meaning-based comprehension and production. Also, authentic language is promoted in both the website and the applications. Additionally, there is access for the users to communicate with native speakers of an intended language. And also, the pre-designed tasks and lessons that are uploaded to the website and to the application, they provide feedback for the users, and each activity aims at integrating as many skills as possible. And also, there is an overall understanding of the language within each of the lessons. And of course, the chat section allows the opportunity for various topics to arise in a more natural conversation. On the other hand, the weaknesses that I view within the website and the applications are that some lessons are quite complex according to the level that is intended within the website and the application, on a scale of 1 to 5, because cultural knowledge may be required for each of the lessons, and it is quite complex for each user to complete the tasks and the lessons accurately if they don't have that required knowledge. And also, the lessons vary quite extensively concerning the themes and the topics that they touch upon. And lastly, the communication that the users engage in may depend largely on the other users that the people have contact with. So the availability of the other users, as well as the availability of each of the users, will vary largely, and of course this will vary how much communication opportunities are elicited from the website and the applications. Lastly, concerning the recommendations towards the website and the applications, I believe that the website and the applications may be used as an additional source of information. The language being used and presented within the website and the applications is quite rich, and a concern may be with whom the users may attempt to interact with via the chat section and the chat application, as any topics may arise, as well as cultural barriers and cultural shocks within the interactions that the users may engage in. Also, I think it is essential for the teachers to review the lessons beforehand and become aware of the lessons which may help the students more and which may be related more towards their syllabus, and those that which may promote more exposure to meaning-based comprehension and production. And finally, I would recommend this website and the applications for higher level students who have the opportunity to really implement these into their instruction, as the users require access to computers with internet or the use of data on a smartphone. So this is something that not all students may have or may not have access to. So I believe that higher level students who do have access to these installments may be better benefited from the website and the applications.